What's going on, guys? Welcome back to CROUP Manor. In this part we're going to be sorting out the second floor. We're basically going to be building some type of kind of dining area, I guess you could call it. It's going to be more like the eating area, but it's a bit weird. When we get into it, you'll find out. So the first thing I needed to do was actually make the table where the feastings will happen, and I'm using the thematical and practical mod because, as you can see, it's an amazing mod and adds amazing stuff. And luckily they added 3 different tables, so I was able to kind of join these together and make one long table and add some benches and chairs that are also part of the mod. This mod is quite amazing. I don't know why I didn't use this before. Someone actually pointed this mod out to me before, and I thought it was more like a kind of technical kind of building mod. I didn't actually know it was like this, which is amazing. So yeah, as you can see, I changed the weapon sign to a bar area and added kind of some seating areas and some cabinets and whatnot, and I just began adding quite a lot of detail by chucking down some boxes and tires. I don't even know if I've said this already, that this is a raider settlement, so it's going to be very much like raider themed. I'm going to be using a lot of the kind of raider items like this fridge throughout, so that's why it's going to be a little bit more kind of grubby. And speaking about raider items, I placed down the flags and items from each of the different raider kind of settlements, or whatever you want to call them, or tribes or whatnot. So as you can see, I placed down all 3 on each wall, making sure they kind of lined up and looked decent, I guess. This is a place where kind of all 3 raider groups kind of come together to do some weird stuff. So I continued adding down, obviously, raider themed items from the raider section. And as you can see, I've added down this kind of blood bar thing right next to the table, and as you will find out, it's a bit nasty in this place because as you can see, I'm putting down some saws and bottles and whatnot. Yeah, basically this settlement, they kind of drink blood of humans. That's why the greenhouse, the kind of drug greenhouse upstairs, basically they invite people over, they get them high and whatnot, and they drink their bloods. But that's not where it stops. These people are basically near simps, and they believe by drinking the blood of humans, that is going to turn them into humans themselves. So that's why it's kind of a bit messed up, because they're not just any simps, they're kind of raider simps, and they're a bit messed up in the head. And yeah, as you can see, it's getting a bit weird in here. So yeah, continuing on with kind of random stuff, I began by adding loads of heads over here, so I thought it just looked cool and it kind of suits it. And just added obviously random stuff down from, I'm pretty sure this is from the business settlements mod maybe, that adds all these kind of cool signs and bits of paper and whatnot to the walls to kind of really add a lot of detail to this one. I probably went a bit overboard, but it looks pretty cool and I think it kind of fits. Even that beauty parlor sign. Yeah, continuing on by adding just random junk. I added some cool kind of items, as you can see, outside as well, from the, I can't even remember what DLC is called, Far Harbor DLC. Yeah, I switched them around because I like the wooden things on the outside sticking out and going to the wall. So as you can see, we've got some weird mannequins as well in that room over there, because these people are a bit weird. But obviously you got to block it off, because that's the weird room where weird stuff happens. Mannequin stuff. Yeah, I just chucked down, obviously, this is all about chucking down detail, as you can see. Just kind of really going for it, but making sure it fits. That's the big thing. Say to you, when you're adding detail, don't just add detail for the sake of adding detail. It has to mean something. It has to be there for a reason. Like all these blood bags and crap over here, and this weird, I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, and this is basically when they kind of slit their throats, because obviously that's why I'm adding buckets. Because it makes sense, and that's where all the blood bags are. They kind of chop them up and they kind of eat them and whatnot, because yeah, they're crazy raider simps. I did try adding a drawer. I thought it would be cool, kind of adding a bucket inside the drawer. But as you can see right by, so you're gonna show, yep, as soon as I touched that block, the drawer disappeared like magic. So it kind of went. I thought it would be a cool kind of overflow thing. But yeah, I kind of added a door there and took away the mess so the door actually opened properly. But yeah, that's it. As you can see, it's just about adding detail, but look around everything kind of makes sense to be there. Like all the caps and crap and bones and saws and bottles on top of the table are there because obviously they're meant to be there, because that would make sense in this situation. And even stuff like all the paintings and crap over the walls, it kind of makes sense, even though it's a bit overdone. It kind of makes sense in a raiders kind of settlement because they're kind of dirty and kind of grotty, and the walls are just a bit too clean for me. So it's just about adding the right detail. And even with the heads, these could be basically beasts they've eaten in the past, and they just kept their heads to do weird things to the gods or whatnot. Yeah, it's just trying to look at something and be like, okay, I'm adding this detail for this reason. And that helps you add detail as well. It helps you come up with ideas of what you could add to certain situations. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Obviously, if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and goodbye.